If you like sewing and you also like thrifting, then next time you're at the thrift store, go to the home section and check out curtains and sheets. This will give you a lot of fabric for really cheap, and they're really fun, cool, unique designs. So here are a lot of the items that I've made out of thrifted pieces. I've also made things out of jeans and out of scarves. But yeah, these are all on my site, so go check it out.
It's getting real, son. Count this money.
Out my hand, I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna tell you to run. Know what to say about the young. Pick me up with golden hands. I'm gonna see you. I'm gonna tell.
I'm sorry, this has to be addressed. How did this become this, become this, become this?
This is part 2 of sewing TikTok accounts that I think you should follow if you want to get started with sewing. So follow this account if you want tutorials and patterns of really on-trend pieces. Follow this account if you want more in-depth tutorials on specific skills and techniques. And the same for this one, she's a really good one to follow if you want to learn things more in depth.
Okay, tutorial time for this dress inspired by these beautiful Dior dresses. I started with this $9 dress that I picked up from Goodwill. I washed it and then I took it apart. The skirt was really long, so it gave me all the material I needed once I cropped it to an ankle length. I then cut out the bodice from the remaining skirt fabric. I drafted the pattern myself and then sewed it together like this. I added an extra layer of lining fabric to the cups and the back panel. I bought my boning pre-cased from the fabric store, but I had to make a new casing for the underwire, which I took from an old bra. I also hand-sewed some cups for extra support. The corset back was made using these grommets, and the final step was to finish with some double-fold bias tape. For the skirt, all I did was hem it, add a slit, create a new waistband, and re-sew the zipper. And this is how it turned out. I'm so happy with the final product. I know it's not perfect, but really what can you expect when trying to make Dior couture at home?
4 months ago, I asked for your guys' help to finish this corset, and this is how it went. We probably clocked in at like a couple thousand duets, and I could not have done this without you guys. This project probably took me like 40 to 50 hours to finish. And somebody suggested that I paint a heart to symbolize all the people I couldn't quite squeeze in. And this is the final product of months and months of work and duets and comments, and I truly think this encompasses all of us here on TikTok and what an influential and supportive community we can be, and I couldn't have done it without you guys because...
At first, I was like, feet, as a joke. But bro, I don't think it's a joke anymore.
Starts a small business. Tutorial for my best-selling corset top. DM me on IG for pattern if you're nice smiley face still. Overlock all pieces together, trimming 1/4 inch off due to seam allowance. Overlock all edges and straps too. It should look like this. If adding grommets, sew strips in half as well. Top stitch all corset seams. Turn under all edges except at the back if adding grommets. Top stitch around all edges of strip for grommet. Time to use fancy hole punch. Sew grommets to back or use ribbon loops as alternative. LMK if you have any questions.
Check my curtain and I pay the dollar. Psychic rings, what's up, holla? Text the address, I see you.
Not much of a tutorial video, but more of just a helpful tip. If you try and use needles on thick fabric, they're either hard to get through or cause that bubble in the fabric, as you can see. So I've been loving these clips my little sister got me for Christmas. They're so much easier to hold together fabric or hold down seams while ironing. So I just plop a ton on, maybe too much as you'll see, but they do a fantastic job of holding small fabric in place. So then while sewing, just pluck them off like you would needles, but no pokes, no worries about putting them somewhere, and they work great. And here's an example of where I use